Happy New Year guys, it's Sean here and I'm back today kicking off 2020 with a review of the Nike Air Max 90 NRG in the CS or Clean Slate colorway. Today's video is sponsored by Rose Gold and Black. So they're an Australian-based men's jewelry and accessory company. So today I'm rocking the red tiger eye bracelet, which is one of the many items that they carry on their website. And currently they're running their Boxing Day sale, which gives my viewers only 30% off the entire store plus free worldwide shipping using the special link down below. In addition, if you guys use the code HOLIDAY19 at checkout, you'll get an additional 15% off your purchase as well. And I'm gonna warn you guys straight up, a lot of the products are selling out quick, so act fast and don't hesitate before that special item is gone. This shoe dropped back on December 21st for $150 US or $190 here in Canada. The official color for this shoe is simply Sail, and being that we are in 2020, this year marks the 30th anniversary of the iconic Nike Air Max 90. To celebrate this anniversary, Nike has recrafted or reconstructed the Air Max 90 to make it a bit truer to the OG shape. So this year they're planning on releasing a ton of iconic and historic colorways, but before all those colorways release, they're kicking things off with this very simple all sail colorway that really lets the details of the shoe shine. So first things first, here's a quick look at the box. And as you can see, instead of your traditional Nike sportswear box, Nike has brought us back to 1990, releasing an OG inspired box as well. So if you couldn't tell, this is a much skinnier and a much smaller box overall than your normal Nike sportswear boxes, and it's entirely done in sail, matching the colorway of the shoe itself. On the top right hand corner, this might not be very obvious on camera, but we have this Nike Air logo, which is done in this glossy finish. And then at the bottom of the box, we have these stripes as well, which again is an OG inspired touch. So jumping back to the shoes, as I mentioned earlier, they've recrafted the Air Max 90, making it truer to the OG shape. What I mean by this is that generally they've made it a bit sleeker, a bit lower profile, and more like an actual running shoe like it was originally intended to be. So in my hand, I have the infrared Air Max 90s that released a few years back, and if you compare them side by side, you can see that the infrareds are much more bulky, and the most obvious changes are in the mudguard of the shoe, which is much thicker on the infrareds, as well as the toe box shape, which is now much more sleek and it tapers off to a point. In addition, the overall height on the Air Max 90s are now much lower, and they just have a generally slimmer profile overall. So in the case for these Clean Slate Air Max 90s, basically the entire shoe is done in sail. This simple and clean off-white color really allows the details of the shoe to really shine. And as I kick things off with the toe box, you can see that the base layer of the shoe is still constructed in this mesh or nylon material. Wrapping around the edge of the toe box, we have this sail colored suede, and this suede covers the quarter panel of the shoe as well. Stitched on top, we have this small Nike swoosh, which is a bit smaller and slimmer compared to Air Max 90s in the recent past. The eye stays are done in this TPU material in the same sail or off-white color, and then intertwining through these eyelets, we have these sail wax laces, but they also give you a secondary pair of softer cotton laces as well. We have these iridescent doubrets found at the base of the toe, and as you can see on the right foot we have 1990, which is the year the Air Max 90 originated in, and then on the left foot we have this year, 2020. Underneath the laces we have this padded nylon tongue, and at the very top we have this leather tag which has the Air Max branding in the center. Wrapping around the sides and the back of the shoe, we have this leather mudguard, which is now much thinner, especially in the forefoot area. There's much more of this aggressive taper to it, which helps give the shoe more of a sleek appearance to it. And then on the sides, we have this cutaway which still exposes the Air Max branding. On the back of the shoe, we still have that rubberized heel cup, which has the standard Nike Air branding on it as well. So the inner liner of this shoe is lined in a very soft white synthetic fabric, and then pulling out the insoles, these come with a leather lined insole, which has Nike Air branding embossed on the heel. This leather insole helps to give it more of a luxurious and premium feel. And then if you flip the insole over to the other side, you'll see we have the outline of an Air Max 1 outsole, which pays respect to that iconic Air Max model, which these Air Max 90s were heavily influenced by. In addition, these shoes also come with a plastic hang tag as well, which is a nice little added touch. So the upper of these Air Max 90s sits atop this midsole, which is done in the sail or off-white color, and then underneath the heel, we have this window which exposes the Air Max unit found underneath the heel. Flipping the shoe over to the bottom, so here we have your standard Air Max 90 outsole, so nothing really has changed here. This is entirely done in this white colored rubber, and we have this Nike branding found on the medial edge. So in terms of how these guys fit, so my feet measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I picked these up in a size 10. Overall, these recrafted or remastered Air Max 90s, I'd say that they fit true to size. And while historically I've gone with either a 10 or a 10.5 in most of my Air Max 90s depending on the materials and the specific colorway, for this version I don't feel like I need to go up a half size, and sticking with my normal size 10 was perfectly fine. Next up, from a comfort standpoint, so really nothing too much has changed between this one and previous Air Max 90s, but as far as a 30-year-old sneaker goes, I'd say that these are decently comfortable for just an everyday casual use sneaker. Last but not least, from a quality and craftsmanship standpoint, so while I do appreciate the OG inspired shape of the shoe, the actual materials used and the craftsmanship on my pair was kind of hit or miss. So mine had a few areas where there was some loose stitching, and on the midsole you could see the paint strokes, and it wasn't nearly as clean as I would have liked to see. So hopefully for the future colorways of the Air Max 90 that Nike is set to drop this year, they're able to give us either better materials or at least better craftsmanship overall. So with all that being said, now let me lace these up and I'll show you guys how these look on feet. I'm a big fan of the Air Max line, and the Air Max 90 is one of my favorites, so safe to say I'm very excited to see what Nike drops for us this year. I'm really glad that they're bringing the Air Max 90 closer to its OG shape, and hopefully Nike gives us a infrared Air Max 90 true to OG form. As for this colorway specifically, it's pretty nice. You really can't go wrong with an all white or all sail colored shoe, but I have a feeling these are going to be discounted, so if you are looking to grab a pair, you probably will be able to grab these on sale. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of this Nike Air Max 90 in this clean slate or sail colorway. Are you guys feeling the new old shape of the Air Max 90s? Or do you guys prefer the bulkier look of the Air Max 90s in past years? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on my Instagram at esco8, check out my Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website as well at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.